We're back once again with another stimulus check update for you. And make sure you watch this video all the way through to the end. That way you won't miss the special bonus that I have in store for you at the end of the video. So make sure you watch the whole video. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already subscribed, use the big red button below to subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss all the daily stimulus checks update videos I will be bringing you every single day. And tonight, we're going to be talking about next round of stimulus checks for individuals, bad news and good news for our second stimulus check update today for August 17th of 2020. And tonight, we're going to be talking about a few things here. Trump's executive order unemployment boost update and an update on hazard pay. Pressure on the Senate to come back into session early. Trump's statements on the second stimulus checks. A new Senate package just recently introduced to the Senate. Trump to sign off on a new stimulus bill that includes stimulus checks. And who is holding up our stimulus checks? So first up, $300 unemployment boost. It may last for only 3 weeks. Now, this is the recent measure, which was adjacent to an executive order that Trump signed a couple of Saturdays ago, creating a $300 a week federal boost to unemployment benefits. Okay. So basically, here's the gist of it. States applying for these federal grants for the $300 a week unemployment boost will receive an initial obligation of 3 weeks of needed funding. And this is according to a recent memo that was issued by FEMA about the relief. The agency will then make allotments to states on a week-by-week basis in order to ensure that funding remains available for the states who apply for the grant assistance, according to the memo. Now, next up in today's news, we have Pennsylvania announces $50 million in hazard pay grants for frontline workers. Yes, and this is really more good news here because over 10,000 applications were received for the hazard pay, of which more than 5,000 businesses were eligible. Okay, and Governor Wolf's office said this. Of those eligible, 639 employers were awarded funding, supporting a $3 an hour increase in pay for more than 41,500 workers and 7 eligible industries. And those industries are healthcare, food manufacturing, food retail, social assistance, janitorial, transportation, and security too also as well. If you want more information on the Pennsylvania Hazard Pay Grant Program, just leave me a comment down below. And next up, we have great news concerning your first stimulus checks. According to the IRS website, parents who qualify for the extra $500 per child are urged to use the irs.gov non-filers tool starting August 15th through September 30th to enter information on their qualifying children. The IRS made a statement which reads, those eligible to provide this information include people with qualifying children who receive Social Security retirement, survivor or disability benefits, Social Security income, railroad retirement benefits, and Veterans Affairs compensation and pension benefits, and did not file a tax return in 2018 or 2019, the IRS said. So if you did not receive a stimulus check for yourself and you're not required to file taxes, The IRS said people in this group should also use the non-filers tool, but they need to act by October 15th to receive their payment this year, okay? Because the IRS announced anyone who misses the October 15th deadline will need to wait until next year and claim it as a credit on their 2020 federal income tax return. Okay, so make sure you don't miss that deadline. If you haven't already received your $500 check for your dependent. Now, next we have pressure on the Senate to come back in session because Democrats and some Republicans are calling on McConnell to bring the Senate back into session to address the post office. Now, the Senate left Thursday for a 3-week break and is not scheduled to return until September 8th after Labor Day. Okay. And Elizabeth Warren is also pressuring Mitch McConnell to bring the Senate back into session too also as well. We have some statements from Trump. And Trump, he basically blamed the impasse that there is right now. There's a stalemate in Congress over the next stimulus package. And he blamed it on congressional Democrats. He said they're playing politics with the well-being of Americans on the line. Now, Trump said, I think Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer should get back into Washington and they should approve stimulus for the people. He also said, we want money to go to the people that need it. Okay. And we also have news on a new Senate package that was introduced into the Senate this afternoon. Okay, Senate leadership told GOP aides on a call this afternoon that the text would be released on the new package in the next 24 hours. Senate Republicans are planning to introduce a skinny relief bill, right, which includes a $300 boost in weekly federal unemployment benefits all the way up until December 27th, another round of money for the Paycheck Protection Program, and additional $10 billion for the United States Postal Service and liability protections. This proposal is expected to include money for education and testing as well. The House of Representatives is preparing to interrupt their August recess for a rare Saturday vote on legislation that will provide $25 billion to the U.S. Postal Service. So the House of Representatives is coming back Monday the 24th early, which is also great news. Now, yesterday on CNN State of the Union, as we said in the last video, the White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said that the president would sign a limited stimulus bill in which aid for the Postal Service could be put together with a stimulus check, an enhanced federal unemployment benefit, and an extension of the Paycheck Protection Program. Now, Meadows went on to say in the statement, will the president sign that? Yes, he will sign that. And I'm certain that whether it's $10 billion or $25 billion or something in between, we can do that. So, there you have it, folks. That's great news right there. We have an offer from the White House and Trump through Mark Meadows, the White House Chief of Staff, that's saying basically if the Democrats, that they have a proposal, which, like I said, it includes a stimulus check for Americans. It includes $25 billion for the post office, federal unemployment benefit boost, and an extension of the Paycheck Protection Program. So the offer is still on the table. Now, we're just waiting for Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and the Democrats to respond to that offer. But according to Mark Meadows, he says the president will sign it like almost immediately. Okay, so that's really great news. Now, on to the next part of our news for today. Who is holding up our stimulus checks, right? Who is holding it up? Well, basically, this is my opinion. Okay. The Democrats pretty much offered a $3.5 trillion bill called the HEROES Act, right? Which they passed in the House in the middle of May. Now, from the beginning of the negotiations through the end of the negotiations between Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, the Secretary of Treasury, Steve Mnuchin, and White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, the White House and the Republicans, they wanted a $1 trillion bill. Okay. So the Democrats, including Chuck Schumer, they said, well, meet us in the middle. The Republicans, they said, no, we're not going to meet in the middle. And including Steve Mnuchin says, no, we're not going to meet in the middle at $2 trillion. Okay. Because they do not want to give $1 trillion to the states that the Democrats want to give to the states. Okay. Now, the Senate, on the other hand, has introduced a bill to the Senate called the HEALS Act. They have not voted on the HEALS Act as of yet. Okay. But that is only for a $1 trillion price tag also as well. So this offer here from Mark Meadows is basically saying, look, give the people the stimulus check money. Get the money out for the small businesses so they can keep their doors open. So the ones that have closed because of the shutdowns, they can reopen and they can hire back their employees, and people can get back to work also as well and start providing for their family and putting food on the table. And also we just give them some stimulus checks so they can do just that also as well and get caught up on their bills. Right? Let's give the $25 billion to the post office so they can run efficiently. And, you won't have to worry about the stimulus checks being delayed because of the mail. And people rely on the mail for other services too, also as well. The elderly need their prescriptions, medications, so many numerous things that people rely on the mail for. So it is important, and the White House recognizes that it's important. But what they don't want to approve is the $3 billion or $3.5 billion that the Democrats want to pay for the mail-in voting, because Trump, according to him, he suggests that it is opening the door up to voter fraud. Okay, so they don't want the $3.5 billion. But in my opinion, I think this is a good deal. Okay, coming from Mark Meadows, I think it's a great deal. All right, we give more money to the Paycheck Protection Program for small businesses, so they would get maybe a second PPP loan. Okay, so that way they can hire back their workers. Okay, because the small businesses have been affected hugely during this C word sickness pandemic. Okay, and the money for the post office, well, they're not offering the extra $3.5 billion, but the $25 billion, that should be able to do something for the post office. Maybe they can, put those post PO boxes or mailboxes back in the locations that they were before, so people can access them easily to send out their mail. Maybe they can bring back those sorting machines, so that way they can sort out mass amounts of mail more efficiently. Maybe they can give the postal workers back their overtime pay, and the people that they cut their hours down, they can, give them back their regular hours that they're used to getting, so they can get the type of paychecks that they were getting before. So I think it's a great deal. Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, if you're listening, please just take the deal, okay? Take the deal. It is giving us our stimulus checks. It's giving you $25 billion for the post post office is giving you most of what you wanted for the post office. The only thing you're not getting the $1 trillion for the states. But we can work on that later, okay? For right now, we need the stimulus checks. Let's get the stimulus checks sent out to the Americans. Let's get the money for the PPP loan sent out to the small businesses, okay? Let's get the post office taken care of with the $25 billion, okay? And according to Mark Meadows, he said that Trump will sign it, okay? And that's almost immediately. That'll be a wrap right there. So that's my opinion. Who's holding up our stimulus checks? The Democrats are. The Democrats are holding it up. They're holding it up. I understand what Nancy Pelosi is coming from, where she says that, you know, the Republicans kept saying, let's wait and see month and month after month. Let's wait and see how the job numbers are for next month, or let's wait and see how the economy does the next month. And at one time they saying that we don't need stimulus checks, right? According to what Mitch McConnell has said before. Okay. So I understand where she's coming from. She doesn't trust the Republicans because she believes if she helps them pass a tiny bill or a skinny bill, according to her words, that includes only maybe a few items, then when it's time for them to come back on the other items, the Republicans will delay that even more. The Democrats will lose their leverage, and they will not be able to pass the rest of the items that they want to pass, including the $1 trillion for the states, and the money for the food assistance. Okay. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments. Do you agree with me that the Democrats are the ones holding this up right now? Let me know inside of the comments, and let me know what you think about Mark Meadows' offer. Let me know what you think about the hazard pay in Pennsylvania, the extra $3 an hour. Let me know what you think about the potential $300 a week in unemployment boost for only 3 weeks that they're talking about, people getting the payments of maybe $900 possible. Okay, let me know what you think about the good news from the IRS, where now you can get access to filling out your information on the IRS website so you can get your $500 check for your dependent children. Okay, and let me know what you think about what Trump said about him wanting to get the stimulus checks and the money out to the people. Just let me know inside of the comments, folks. All right. We'll be doing stimulus check update videos every single day in the evenings. All right. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe using the big red button below, and give this video a thumbs up so YouTube can put it in front of more people and more people can see it. Share this video everywhere. And don't forget to see the description here with the down arrow to join our free Facebook group, so that way you can get more stimulus check update information and links to other free money and other helpful resources in the description also as well. And from all of us here at the How to Get an 800 Credit Score LLC family, stay safe, be blessed, and we'll see you in the next stimulus check update video tomorrow. Bye for now. My name is Lyndon Baptiste, and on this channel we talk about ways to increase your credit score, build credit, and get approved for the lowest payments on mortgages and lines of credit, travel the world for free, earn extra money with cash back. And if that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll never miss a single video as we make them.